Hi, morning everyone. Welcome to recorded briefing for Friday the 11th of August. So slightly tighter ice bars today, winds picking up a little bit as this low pressure system comes over towards us. It's painted on here a weakening occluded front just behind what is actually showing as a waving front there. This is the midday chart. We go back ahead overnight. You see that cold front was more over the top of us, but it looks like that should be pretty much clear of us by, well, now really. Going ahead to tomorrow, that trough line painted over us, so potentially some unsettled weather there, and that low pressure getting ever closer, and then even further ahead. So that low pressure starting to dissipate, but still not the most settled picture, not the best soaring just yet. There's a weather warning today for quite early this morning for some fog, but that shouldn't be a problem anymore, up until 9 AM local. Spot winds today, we're looking at pretty much down runway 23, 240, 220 at 20 knots at flying height. And the current sat pic is showing some fairly cloudy areas in our parts of the country, but also some sunny areas as well. No massive clearance in sight, just need to wait for it all to burn off, I think. A few spots of rain around, but looking at the forecast, I think we'll be quite unlucky to catch a shower going into the afternoon. You see there's this area around us here, but what it's picking up is very, very light. I think we'll be quite unlucky to catch any showers. Public forecast showing a pretty cloudy day with some sunny intervals. Top temperature at 21 degrees with that southwesterly wind. Quite damp to begin with 90% humidity, but that's reducing over the next few hours. And GFS is showing top temperature in our area potentially about 24 degrees. With dew points later in the afternoon sat down at 12 or 13, so could be some reasonable soaring then, but earlier on in the day they're a bit higher, 15 degrees, and this morning 16 degrees, so quite low clouds to begin with. And that's current view outside, sort of some cumulus around, but I doubt there's a lot to be had underneath it. Cloud base is probably around about 1,000 feet, maybe a little bit more. Currently it's 18 degrees at Lasham, dew point set at 15. Get rid of that. And Farnborough, last reported broken clouds at 2,100, a bit higher than I thought. Forecasting potentially some lower cloud. And they put a prop 30 in here this afternoon for some cloud at 1,200 feet. That's about 1,000 feet above Lasham, with some light rain showers. But as I said, I think we'll be quite unlucky to catch one. So your potential flight distance for a 15-meter glider today on top of Meteo is not overly optimistic in the Lasham area. Any soaring is better to the north by the looks of it. Looking at thermals, not a lot going on in the morning. Just past midday, this is 1. This is showing potentially cumulus to about 1,500 to 2,000 feet above ground. So not great. Going ahead a couple of hours. This is 3 o'clock, so maybe a little bit better, 2,000 foot base. Maybe perhaps just about good enough to get to the north where it's a little bit better, but I doubt it's going to be very strong. And looks like if it is working, it's going to probably be dying out by 6 o'clock, certainly. Your site forecast for today is not showing very good. Thermal strength starting at 12, but very weak, and then usable but weak thermals between about 1 o'clock and 4 PM. So a short soaring interval. It's showing usable height to be about 2,500 feet, maybe even 3,000 feet later in the afternoon, but I think it's going to be quite tricky if it is working. NOTAMs, not really anything to affect in the area people who are likely to be going. 12 is our NOTAM there. Otherwise, it's just radio transmissions, and there's a void overflight aircraft area for military aircraft there. Gliding competition at Keeble. I doubt anyone will be going any further than that. So operationally today, the grid will be setting up on 2.7. Cloud operation will be set up on the north side, up here somewhere. That will be with the gliders launching on the north side grass in this direction via Aeroto. We'll put a cone out here, and we'll ask people to position gliders to the south of that, so that gives enough room for taxiing gliders through here, and also a safe amount of space between all the tugs that are parked up here for launching. So just a reminder, club flying during competitions is air tow only. For the winch current pilots or pilots under instruction in Lasham gliders, we have a reduced rate air tow that's £25 to 1,500 feet. Otherwise, it's normal rates. Where possible, if you could do a circuit on the north side of the airfield to land on the north side grass, that means we can retrieve you fairly quickly. If you land on the south side, certainly if the grid is going, it may be a significant delay before we can get to you. Comp launching is likely 11 a.m. onwards. Today, if they do go, it's probably going to be 1 or 2 p.m. And if they don't go, we'll get the winch out once they have cleared off the runway. So we'll see how we get on there. Club launching will be suspended for about an hour if they launch. And when they have launched, be aware there'll be a lot of gliders in the local area, not quite 80, 50 or 60 or so. And be aware of finishing gliders approaching straight in from the west, so not necessarily doing a normal circuit. So should be a reasonable day with a chance of getting the winch out this afternoon. So see you on the airfield. Bye for now.